1839, the first winner of this great race was the aptly named Lottery. What is it about the Grand National that's led it to become the world's biggest race?
I think just that, because it is still a lottery. However much you want to pick the winner, you won't be able to. There'll always be a Mon Mome who pops up at 100 to 1 like he did in 2009. There's always a fairy tale with the Grand National, whether it's Red Rum or another horse. There'll always be this heartrending story like Aldeniti and Bob Champion who was fighting cancer, and Aldeniti who had been written off as a lame horse. They came and won the race in 1981. The race was started by a Liverpool hotelier called William Lynn in 1839. The race Lottery won. There were only 17 runners that day, and the race was run over ploughland and very rough open country. It wasn't railed off like it is today. Lynn's dream then was to have the greatest steeplechase in the world, and I don't think many people thought in those days that it would turn out to be just that. This huge event that it is today, that's watched by so many million viewers all around the world, and people always have a bet on the Grand National even if they don't like racing. It's absolutely massive, and it's always been the people's race. It's always been the cotton workers who used to stand on the embankment and watch the race, and it's for everybody, and it's all encompassing. I think it's a bit like life. It's very, very unpredictable. Aintree and the Grand National is the FA Cup final, the one with the excitement, the one that makes your spine tingle and your hair stand on end. The Derby's great at Epsom. There are wonderful races, but there's nothing like the Grand National.
And there's some changes this year in terms of the fences. Is it fair to describe them as some of the biggest changes to the race in its history?
I think you've got to say they are quite radical changes, but Aintree have always put the horses' welfare first, and here they're showing just how much they care. They're taking notice of criticism, and they're trying to address the problem, make it as safe as anybody possibly can. Safe and fair, but still traditional.